In relationships, women often crave connection in ways that differ from how men express affection. While love is universal, the ways it is experienced and received can vary. There are 5 relationship positions women appreciate deeply, but men frequently avoid, not because they lack interest, but because they misread the signals or fear emotional vulnerability. Understanding these can transform your relationship into one of deeper trust and intimacy. The first position is the nurturing partner. Women appreciate men who show consistent care, who notice small details, and who offer support without expecting something in return. Many men avoid this position because they fear being seen as too soft or vulnerable. Yet, nurturing creates a safe space where women feel valued and emotionally secure. The second position is the attentive listener. Women want partners who listen not just to respond, but to understand. Men often shy away from this role because they feel pressure to fix problems rather than simply listen. However, practicing active listening communicates respect and emotional presence, which strengthens trust and connection. The third position is the emotionally expressive partner. Women appreciate men who are willing to share their feelings openly. This includes fears, hopes, and even doubts. Many men avoid this position because society conditions them to suppress emotions. But emotional transparency fosters intimacy, making women feel more connected and understood. The fourth position is the consistent communicator. Women value partners who check in, share their thoughts, and communicate honestly about their intentions and feelings. Inconsistent communication can lead to insecurity and doubt. Men often avoid this position out of fear of appearing clingy or over-invested, but clarity and consistency are what women truly respect and rely upon. The fifth position is the emotionally safe partner. Women want a partner who holds space for them without judgment, criticism, or unnecessary conflict. This position requires patience and emotional maturity, and men sometimes avoid it because it demands self-control and empathy in challenging situations. When a man can maintain this position, women feel a profound sense of trust and openness. Ultimately, these 5 positions are not signs of weakness. They are markers of emotional intelligence and strength. Women do not expect perfection, but appreciate partners who actively strive to meet these emotional needs. By embracing these positions, men not only improve their relationships, but also grow personally, learning the depth and richness of emotional connection. In relationships, women experience connection differently than men, and understanding these differences is essential for building strong and fulfilling partnerships. Women do not just want a partner, they want a man who can be emotionally present, consistent, and attentive. There are 5 relationship positions that women deeply appreciate, but that men often avoid. This is not because men lack care or interest, but because these positions require vulnerability, patience, and emotional intelligence that many men have been conditioned to avoid. Recognizing and embracing these positions can transform relationships from surface-level interactions to profound emotional bonds. The first position is that of a nurturing partner. Women value men who can provide care without expectation, who notice the little details of their lives, and who offer support in meaningful ways. Nurturing is not just about grand gestures, it is in the consistency, the attentiveness, and the willingness to step in when a woman needs emotional or practical support. Men often avoid this position because society tells them that nurturing is a sign of weakness, or they fear being perceived as too soft. Yet, nurturing is a powerful form of love that builds trust and security, making women feel valued and understood. Small actions, like remembering an important date, asking about her day, or simply offering comfort during stressful moments, convey a depth of care that women deeply appreciate. The second position is that of the attentive listener. Women want to be heard, not just responded to. Listening with full presence, asking clarifying questions, and showing genuine interest communicates respect and attention. Many men shy away from this role because they feel compelled to provide solutions rather than simply listen. They want to fix problems, thinking this demonstrates competence or love. However, women often need validation and understanding more than solutions. By practicing active listening, men allow women to feel truly seen and valued. A conversation where a woman feels fully heard can strengthen trust and intimacy in ways that solving a problem cannot. The third position is that of the emotionally expressive partner. Women appreciate men who are willing to share their feelings openly, whether it is their hopes, fears, or uncertainties. Emotional expression is often avoided by men because they fear vulnerability, judgment, or being misunderstood. Societal expectations teach men to suppress emotions, equating them with weakness. However, when a man communicates his emotions authentically, it fosters connection and signals that he trusts his partner. Emotional openness allows women to feel safe sharing their own feelings, creating a reciprocal emotional bond. This position requires courage and self-awareness, but it is one of the most effective ways to deepen intimacy in a relationship. The fourth position is that of the consistent communicator. Women value men who are transparent, reliable, and deliberate in their communication. Inconsistent communication can create anxiety, doubt, and feelings of insecurity. Men often avoid consistency because they fear appearing clingy or overly invested. Yet, clear and honest communication is a sign of respect, care, and emotional maturity. Checking in regularly, expressing intentions, and being forthright about feelings or plans are simple but powerful ways to make a woman feel valued and understood. Consistency in communication builds a sense of security that is essential for long-term relationships. The fifth position is that of the emotionally safe partner. Women want a man who can hold space for them without judgment, who can remain calm and patient in challenging situations, and who can offer support without criticism. This position requires self-control, empathy, and maturity, which some men avoid because it is demanding and uncomfortable. Yet, emotional safety is the foundation of trust in any relationship. When women feel safe, they are more open, vulnerable, and willing to invest deeply in the partnership. Creating this sense of safety does not mean avoiding conflict entirely. It means handling conflicts with respect, listening with empathy, and prioritizing emotional connection over ego. These 5 positions are not signs of weakness. They are indicators of strength, emotional intelligence, and relational skill. Women are not looking for perfection, but they deeply appreciate men who make the effort to understand and meet their emotional needs. Nurturing, attentive listening, emotional expression, consistent communication, and emotional safety are all actions that create an environment where love can flourish. Men who embrace these positions discover that relationships are not only more harmonious, but also more deeply satisfying. Understanding female psychology is not about manipulation. It is about empathy, respect, and emotional literacy. Women respond positively to men who demonstrate awareness of their emotional needs and who take intentional steps to meet them. Often, men avoid these positions because of fear or lack of knowledge, but with awareness and practice, these actions become natural expressions of care. Each of these positions contributes to a partnership where both people feel valued, secure, and connected. A relationship thrives when both partners feel safe, heard, and appreciated. Small, intentional efforts in these 5 areas create trust, intimacy, and mutual respect. Men who commit to understanding and practicing these positions often find that women respond with greater affection, loyalty, and emotional openness. Over time, these actions strengthen the bond between partners, creating a lasting foundation for love. By stepping into the positions women appreciate, men cultivate relationships that are emotionally rich and fulfilling. Nurturing, listening, expressing feelings, communicating consistently, and offering emotional safety are not just preferences, they are essential pillars of a healthy, satisfying partnership. Embracing these positions requires courage, awareness, and patience, but the rewards are profound. A relationship built on these principles is resilient, loving, and deeply rewarding for both partners. Women approach relationships with a desire for connection that goes beyond surface-level interactions. They seek men who can understand, support, and value them on an emotional level. While many men express love through actions or achievements, women often respond most deeply to emotional presence, attentiveness, and consistency. There are 5 relationship positions that women deeply appreciate. Yet men often avoid, not because they are unwilling, but because they fear vulnerability or misunderstand the significance of these roles. By understanding and embracing these positions, men can create relationships that are emotionally fulfilling, secure, and deeply connected. The first position is being a nurturing partner. Women value men who provide care, support, and attention without expecting anything in return. This can include simple gestures like asking about her day, helping with a task, or offering comfort during challenging moments. Many men avoid this position because they worry about being perceived as weak or overly sentimental. However, nurturing is a sign of emotional strength, demonstrating that a man can provide stability, understanding, and care. Consistent nurturing builds trust, making women feel valued and supported in ways that are deeply meaningful. The second position is the attentive listener. Women want partners who can truly hear them, not just respond with solutions or advice. Listening attentively involves focusing fully on her words, observing her emotions, and validating her experiences without judgment. Men often shy away from this role because they feel compelled to fix problems or offer solutions, believing this is how to demonstrate love. Yet women frequently desire empathy and understanding more than solutions. Being an attentive listener communicates respect and emotional presence, allowing women to feel seen and appreciated. The third position is the emotionally expressive partner. Sharing one's feelings openly, including vulnerabilities, fears, and hopes, is something women deeply appreciate. Men often avoid this because society teaches them to suppress emotions, equating vulnerability with weakness. However, emotional expression is not a flaw. It is a form of connection. When a man expresses his feelings, it creates a safe environment for his partner to do the same. Emotional transparency strengthens intimacy, helping women feel understood, connected, and emotionally invested in the relationship. The fourth position is consistent communication. Women value partners who are reliable in their words and actions, who check in, and who communicate their intentions clearly. Inconsistent communication can lead to insecurity, doubt, and emotional distance. Men sometimes avoid consistent communication because they fear appearing clingy or dependent, but transparency and reliability are fundamental to trust. Regularly sharing thoughts, feelings, and updates reassures women that they are valued, creating a sense of stability and security that is vital for a healthy relationship. The fifth position is providing emotional safety. Women want a partner who can remain calm during conflicts, offer support without criticism, and create an environment where vulnerability is welcomed. This requires patience, self-control, and empathy, which some men avoid because it can be challenging to maintain under stress. Emotional safety is critical for fostering trust and openness, allowing women to feel secure in expressing their thoughts, feelings, and desires. A relationship in which emotional safety is prioritized becomes a foundation for long-term intimacy and mutual respect. Embracing these positions does not indicate weakness or submission. Rather, it reflects emotional intelligence, strength, and commitment. Women are not seeking perfection. They are seeking men who are willing to understand and respond to their emotional needs. Nurturing, listening, expressing feelings, communicating consistently, and providing emotional safety create a dynamic where both partners feel respected, valued, and connected. Men who embrace these positions often experience more meaningful, stable, and loving relationships. Understanding female psychology is about empathy and awareness. It is about recognizing that love and connection are expressed in various ways, and that women respond profoundly to emotional presence, reliability, and care. Men who avoid these positions miss opportunities to deepen intimacy and strengthen their partnership. Simple, intentional actions in these 5 areas create trust, reduce conflict, and enhance emotional closeness.